We'll move on to some other news now, and it's Australia's leading cause of death. And now new data has revealed heart attacks are on the rise across the country. Earlier this year, the Heart Foundation launched an online heart age health check that can be used to alert Australians to their risk of heart attack. The Show Some Ticker initiative has already seen 1 million Australians aged between 35 and 75 complete the test, thanks to News Corp Australia's award-winning serial killer campaign. To discuss more on this, I'm joined now by Director of Prevention at the Heart Foundation, Julianne Mitchell. Thanks for your time this afternoon.
Thank you.
So, alarmingly, 8 in 10 people who have taken the test were found to be at a higher risk of a heart attack.
Yes, it was a concern, the fact that out of the million people that have completed the test, 8 in 10 were shown to have a heart age higher than their actual age, which indicates that they are at slightly higher risk of heart attack or stroke.
That's a huge amount. How helpful was News Corp Australia's serial killer campaign in raising awareness of the disease across the country?
Look, it was a fantastic campaign in that we know many Australians are complacent about heart disease. They don't really consider it as personally relevant. So this campaign took the interesting idea of true crime, and which Australians love.
Topical at the moment as well.
It is indeed, and used it as a way to get Australians' attention that actually the serial killer is heart disease. It is the leading cause of death. And so having got Australians' attention, we then gave them things to do to actually understand their own risk of heart disease.
But despite 1 million people taking the test, only a fraction have followed up by going to a GP. Why do you think they're so reluctant to do that?
Look, I think a lot of people think heart disease is something that happens to someone else, when in fact, you know, any person over the age of 45 or any Aboriginal or Torres Strait Islander person really should be having a heart health check with their doctor. I think we all need to understand that we're at risk of heart disease. It does not discriminate, and so there are things we can do to lower our risk.
Well, run us through the test. How can people access it?
Well, it's on our website. Takes 2 minutes, so it's very quick.
That is
quick. You can do it on your phone, your iPad, wherever you're sitting. And it asks you a series of questions about your lifestyle, your age, your sex, your blood pressure, cholesterol, family history. And then it spits out what is your heart age compared to your actual age. Now, it's not a diagnostic tool, but it is a tool that helps you understand your personal risk. If your heart age is higher than your actual age, then it's an indicator that maybe you need to take some action to really lower your own personal risk.
So what are things that are ageing our hearts quicker than ourselves?
Well, there are a number of factors. Certainly lifestyle is one of them. Whether you smoke, what you eat, how often you move, how often you exercise. So they're the lifestyle risk factors that have impact. The silent risk factors, blood pressure and cholesterol, are really the ones that we should be paying more attention to. Only a third of those that we surveyed actually knew their blood pressure or cholesterol. Now, that's a concern because you can have high blood pressure or cholesterol and not know it. There's no obvious signs or symptoms. You don't come out in purple spots. So you really do need to see your doctor to have that assessed.
A big win for millions of Australians. The serial killer campaign has secured a Medicare-funded heart health check. What does this mean for those at risk?
Look, it takes away one of the barriers for why people are not having a heart health check, and that is cost. But we're really, you know, the Heart Foundation is very focused, and we've been working with News Corp on this to actually raise people's awareness that they do need to see their doctor for a heart health check. The impact of heart disease is quite profound. I mean, I think more people are surviving heart attacks and strokes now, but quality of life can be impacted.
Yeah.
And so if we can do more in the prevention space and encourage more people to see their doctor for a heart health check, then we're giving power back to individuals to really take control of their life and take steps to lower their risk.
Why do you think the serial killer campaign was so successful?
There are a number of factors. I think the reach of News Corp meant that in every home people were seeing these messages. I think the creative aspect of the serial killer campaign, some of the spokespeople we had really brought this issue close to home and actually made people think about were they actually at risk? And I think equally, we were able to launch the Heart Age Calculator at the same time as the Serial Killer campaign went out. And in the space of 8 months, we've had over 1 million people take that test. So we are pushing the barrier on awareness and really making a strong call to action for people to think about their heart health.
So just finally then, what is your advice for Australians worried about their heart health?
Look, firstly, I think if you're between 35 and 75, visit our website, do the Heart Age Calculator. If it shows that your heart age is higher than your actual age, then I think that's a prompt to see your doctor for a Medicare rebatable item, a heart health check. And I think with your doctor, you can actually make a plan that's suited to you to lower your risk if you're found to have high blood pressure or high cholesterol, or you need to change some of those lifestyle risk factors like quitting smoking.
But the really important message here is that once you do the test, you do need to follow up with your GP.
Absolutely. I think, this is the first step, doing the Heart Age Calculator, but the second step is actually to initiate a conversation with your GP to have a heart health check.
All right, well, thanks so much for that, Julianne. Some really good tips there, and hopefully we'll start to see more people following through with the GP check.
Great, thank you.